I succeeded. I'll take it a step further. Who invented the light bulb?
It wasn't Edison.
It wasn't Edison. The idea of the light bulb had been around. The problem the problem was that the element that was burning would burn out. There was no longevity to the light. And Edison thought if I could only find that right filament, it would work. It's something that could withstand heat. And Edison spent years going through thousands and thousands and thousands of different filaments trying to find the one that could withstand the heat and would work for the incandescent light bulb. And he never found it. He failed over and over and over. What he finally realized was the problem isn't the element, the problem is oxygen.
Right.
And oxygen allows things to burn. What if I take the oxygen out of the light bulb, put it in a vacuum, hence the light bulb? But if Edison did not have all those failures, never would have solved the problem.
Well, show me someone who's reached their 30s without, you know, a hiccup or two, and that just doesn't exist. Well, what troubles me as you went through that is not the fact that, well, if you want to go through an election and have a battle of ideas, that's one thing. If you think you've been aggrieved, you might want to take it up in a court of law. But to present you with documentation as if to blackmail you, I think that's the real
yeah,
that's the real piece
and
here.
that's what it was, Tyrone. And ladies and gentlemen, let me be very clear. I ain't crying in my beer here. Okay, I was joking around off the air. Don't go swimming with sharks, okay, and then complain because you got bit. All right, it's the arena I'm playing in, but I do want to put some context on it because this will be news come Monday. Let's get a couple calls in here. Head out to my friend Betty in Owings Mills. Betty, how you going?
Ignoring you. It's just I'll be at work.
Okay,
But
we got to
thank
we all got to work, Betty.
yes, yes, we sure do. I just want to give you a word of encouragement. If you were running in my district, I would vote for you in a heartbeat. I like the way you use the term role of government. I am also a constitutional conservative, and I have lots of Tea Party friends who were the same. And this lawsuit, they're asking for your kids' report card grades. Give me a break.
Well, I want to be Betty. Thank you for your support. I always appreciate it because I do not want to be disingenuous. All the information they were asking for, the law firm said I could redact personally sensitive information. So I don't want to, unlike Delegate Chris West, I don't want to be disingenuous. All right. So they're trying to prove residency. Now again, I never objected to where I live. I was never disingenuous. So I just want to be very careful. This wasn't. I could have redacted anything I wanted on these documents. They weren't going to get actual numbers and grades, but they still asked for it. Let's go to Beverly in East Baltimore. Beverly, good evening. How you
Hello,
doing?
Jimmy. Congratulations on your new show. Jimmy, we love you.
Oh, thank you.
We love your guest. And Betty is a friend of mine, too. So, Betty, I'm glad you gave Jimmy that shout out. Jeff and Barbara called as well. Jimmy, let me tell you something. I'm so glad you're one of us. God bless you and your family. I tell you what, you didn't kill anybody, Jimmy. You didn't kill people in Benghazi, Jimmy. You didn't sleep with a White House intern, Jimmy. You didn't expose yourself on the internet. So run on, baby, run on.
as the old horse racing commercial goes, run baby run. Or,
There you
go baby go.
Baby stoop is low as well done, Jimmy. Run on, baby. God bless you and your family.
Oh, you too, Beverly. Thank you so much for your kind words. I appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
I was thinking, I had the privilege of speaking at the Women's Republican Club coming up in about a month today, or about a month from now. And to the mothers out there and parents in general, can you imagine if we taught our children to never take chances? what a boring world this would be. And here's another point, and this really kind of hit home for me. Looking at the Jimmy Mathis dossier in the halls of the Towson Courthouse earlier in the week. If anybody that has had any failures, first of all, I really believe, people, I guess in their 40s start to go through their midlife crisis. I really think it takes to about age 40 or even older to have enough life experiences to actually be able to comprehend this whole thing that we call life, and even that may be young. If we are going to hold every mistake over every individual's head to the point where we have qualified, knowledgeable, good people that want to run, but they're afraid to because of the Spences of the world, because of the Chris West of the world, because they don't want their family dragged through the mud. They don't want to be standing in a courtroom. They don't want to be completely eviscerated on the public stage. Then what kind of leaders are we going to have?
What's the guy's name again?
Well, Delegate Chris West,
Okay.
Doug Riley.
Here's a question that I have. I wonder, could he stand up under the same scrutiny that he put you under? I wonder if you shined a light onto the intricacies of his, however many years he's been here on the earth. I wonder how he's. I'm just interested in what's out there about him.
I don't know. As Abraham Lincoln once said, a man without vices is a man without character. So, I don't know. I mean, look, Delegate West may be over the top, squeaky clean. I don't know the guy. I don't hang out with him. I don't know. All right. I don't know. But hopefully this would be an election of ideas. And the reason, again, why I ran was to put a voice of conservatism in the 42nd. And look, I'll be straight with everybody. It's very, very difficult to win in an appellate court. I've obtained counsel. I'm going to fight because I believe I have a fiduciary responsibility to my supporters out there and the people that have financially supported me, emotionally supported me. And I think that at some point I don't want to become a hypocrite. And if we are going to constantly back down because of these tactics, then we're never going to get the right voices in there. And we'll continue this on the other side. Tyrone Keys will officially be joining us after the 7 o'clock news. Also, Roger Stone all over the place in national news. Roger Stone for the Stone Zone right after the 7 o'clock break. You're listening to the Jimmy Mathis Show on WCBM.
When you do the math, Comcast Business has an